Welcome to Golden Years Wisdom. Today, we are going to uncover something that could decide between life and death, and it happens in just one sip every morning. Imagine this: you wake up feeling fresh, ready to begin your day. Suddenly, your hand goes numb, your words slur, and in an instant, a stroke strikes without warning. Terrifying, isn't it? That fear made me wonder even more about my own parents' morning habits. Could the drinks they take each day be quietly triggering disaster? Let's break it down. For more than 3 decades, Dr. Siti Sishiati has dedicated her life to the health of older adults in Indonesia. She has written extensively on aging, pioneered the country's first national Alzheimer's program, and treated countless patients. And she delivers one urgent reminder: many strokes could have been prevented by nothing more than a single small choice in the morning. What appears to be an ordinary start to the day can hide enormous danger. Stroke doesn't always arise from long-term disease. Sometimes it comes simply from drinking the wrong thing at the wrong time. And older adults, unfortunately, are the most vulnerable. Consider the common habit of starting the day with a cup of instant coffee loaded with sugar. It feels quick, cheap, and satisfying. Yet the combination of caffeine and high sugar can silently provoke a stroke. Caffeine accelerates the heartbeat, while sugar sends blood glucose soaring. Blood vessels narrow, blood thickens, and pressure spikes. Imagine an old garden hose, already stiff with age, suddenly forced to carry water at extreme pressure. The result? A vessel can burst or become blocked in an instant. One of Dr. Siti's patients, a 68-year-old man, had followed this habit for years: 2 sweet instant coffees every morning. One day, as he sat on his porch, his right hand froze, unable to move. Hospital, where they found a clot in his brain. Years of pressure from his daily coffee ritual had finally taken their toll. This is the hidden danger: because the effects aren't immediate, people repeat the same mistake every day, unaware that each morning could be drawing them closer to disaster. But the solution is surprisingly simple. Coffee itself is not forbidden. Replace instant sachets with brewed coffee, skip the sugar, or add low-fat milk. For those who crave sweetness, cinnamon can be a natural alternative, even helping to stabilize blood sugar. And above all, the very first drink in the morning should always be a glass of plain water. That one glass can mean the difference between health and catastrophe. Skipping breakfast is another silent threat that many seniors underestimate. Some believe they feel lighter and more energetic without eating in the morning. But after 7 to 8 hours of sleep, the body is already in a state of energy and fluid deficit. Younger people may cope with this, but in older adults, the effect can be dangerous. When breakfast is skipped, blood sugar remains low, and the brain is deprived of its main fuel. To compensate, the body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones constrict blood vessels, raise blood pressure, and destabilize circulation. Fragile arteries, already weakened by age, are suddenly forced to withstand greater strain. The outcome can be a vessel rupture or blockage in the brain. One case involved a 72-year-old woman who spent her morning sweeping and watering plants without breakfast. She thought skipping a meal kept her light and active. But one day, dizziness overwhelmed her, her vision blurred, and she nearly collapsed. Doctors later confirmed she had suffered a temporary blockage in the brain, a transient ischemic attack, often a precursor to a full stroke. What seemed like a harmless habit turned out to be a serious warning. The solution is not a heavy meal, but a simple, balanced breakfast: a bowl of oatmeal with banana, a boiled egg with whole grain bread, or even a small portion of rice with vegetables and tempeh. Natural, unprocessed foods provide steady energy, stabilize circulation, and protect the brain. Another widespread misconception is that packaged fruit juice is a healthy way to start the morning. The truth is, most commercial juices are nothing more than liquid sugar bombs stripped of natural fiber. Even when labeled 100% pure, the processing often removes the pulp, leaving only concentrated sugar water. When consumed on an empty stomach, the sugar rushes straight into the bloodstream, causing a sudden spike in glucose and blood pressure, a dangerous combination for aging arteries. One man in his 60s believed a daily glass of packaged orange juice was healthier than coffee. After years of this routine, he suffered a mild stroke. Doctors traced one contributing factor back to the daily sugar surge from his juice. Studies have shown that regular consumption of sweetened fruit juices can increase the risk of heart disease and stroke by more than 20%, particularly in people over 55. The safer alternative is simple: blend fresh fruits at home with water, no added sugar, and keep the fiber intact. Even better, eat the whole fruit, banana, papaya, or mango, so the body absorbs sugar more slowly, supported by natural fiber. The sweetness remains, but without the hidden danger. Energy drinks and sports beverages pose another hidden risk. Advertisements may claim they boost strength and stamina, but for older adults, these drinks can act like a ticking time bomb. Packed with high doses of caffeine, sugar, sodium, and artificial stimulants, they push the heart to beat faster and the blood vessels to constrict. For an aging heart, already less resilient, this strain can be overwhelming. One active man in his early 60s enjoyed cycling every morning. To boost his performance, he routinely consumed an energy drink before his rides. One morning, halfway down the road, he suddenly collapsed. Later tests revealed a blockage in his brain vessels, likely worsened by dehydration, high blood pressure, and the stimulants in his daily drink. Sports drinks, too, are often misunderstood. They are designed for young athletes engaging in intense training, not for older adults strolling through the park. With their high sodium and artificial additives, they may worsen conditions like hypertension instead of improving health. The best alternative for seniors is remarkably simple: a glass of warm water, perhaps with a squeeze of lemon and a pinch of natural salt, to restore electrolytes and hydrate the body. Fresh fruits like bananas or papayas provide more sustainable energy than any brightly colored bottle ever could. And finally, perhaps the most overlooked yet most critical mistake: failing to drink water first thing in the morning. After hours of sleep, the body is mildly dehydrated. Without replenishment, blood thickens, circulation slows, and oxygen delivery to the brain decreases. The risk of clot formation rises significantly. It is like starting an old engine without oil: the parts grind and wear quickly, leading to sudden breakdown. One elderly man, accustomed to drinking coffee immediately after waking, never began his mornings with water. One day, he suffered a severe headache followed by weakness on one side of his body. Doctors discovered a mild stroke, with dehydration and thickened blood as key contributors. Research even shows that seniors who skip morning water have up to 3 times the risk of stroke compared to those who drink it daily. The solution could not be simpler: upon waking, drink 1 glass of room temperature water. Not ice cold, which can constrict blood vessels, but plain water that gently rehydrates and wakes up the circulation. Think of it as brushing your blood vessels, flushing them clean and keeping them supple for the day ahead. These small morning decisions, coffee, breakfast, juice, energy drinks, or simply water, may seem trivial. But they can determine whether the brain remains sharp, whether the heart beats steadily, and whether the body continues walking strong into the years ahead. When we look back at these morning routines, it becomes clear how something so ordinary can quietly shape the course of our lives. The 5 most dangerous mistakes are surprisingly simple, and perhaps that is why they are so often ignored. The first mistake is drinking sweet instant coffee. The mix of caffeine and sugar spikes blood pressure and thickens the blood, pushing fragile vessels to their limits. The second is skipping breakfast. Without fuel, the brain struggles, stress hormones surge, and circulation becomes unstable, a silent setup for stroke. The third mistake is packaged fruit juice. With its stripped fiber and concentrated sugars, it inflames the blood vessels and accelerates damage over time. The fourth is relying on energy or sports drinks. Instead of strength, they bring hidden strain to an aging heart and brain, draining hydration and pushing the body beyond its capacity. And the fifth, perhaps the most underestimated of all, is forgetting to drink water upon waking. That one missed glass can make the blood dangerously thick, multiplying the risk of clotting and stroke. Each of these habits may look harmless, but together they form a pattern that erodes health day by day. Stroke does not announce its arrival. It can come while reading a book, while praying, while laughing with grandchildren. It does not wait for warning signs. But here lies the good news: prevention is within reach, not through expensive treatments or complicated regimens, but through small, consistent choices every morning. A glass of water before anything else. A simple, nourishing breakfast. Whole fruits instead of packaged juice. Natural hydration instead of energy drinks. Coffee enjoyed wisely, without the hidden dangers of sugar. These modest decisions hold the power to preserve independence, to keep walking to the mosque, to share meals with family, to travel with loved ones even decades later. They hold the power to make aging not a burden, but a blessing, both for ourselves and for those who love us. Health in our golden years is not built overnight, nor is it secured by grand sacrifices. It is woven from the fabric of daily choices, the little rituals that seem too ordinary to matter. Yet it is precisely those rituals that guard the heart, protect the brain, and gift us more mornings to greet with gratitude. So tomorrow, when you rise, remember this: the path to a stronger, longer life may begin not with a pill or a doctor's visit, but with something as simple as what you choose to drink in the first hour of the day. Health in our golden years is not built overnight, nor is it secured by grand sacrifices. It is woven from the fabric of daily choices, the little rituals that seem too ordinary to matter. Yet it is precisely those rituals that guard the heart, protect the brain, and gift us more mornings to greet with gratitude. So tomorrow, when you rise, remember this: the path to a stronger, longer life may begin not with a pill or a doctor's visit, but with something as simple as what you choose to drink in the first hour of the day. And if this message has opened your eyes or given you new strength for tomorrow, join us here at Golden Years Wisdom. Subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and share it with friends or family who need these reminders. Together, let's make healthy aging a gift we can all enjoy.